All right, my fish tank lovers and fish tank hobbyists out there. Hey, I'm bringing you a YouTube video on basically keeping and maintaining a large fish tank, as you see right here before you. And the name of this video, Big Fish Tank Dreams. Obviously, this fish tank here is a huge fish tank. The dimensions of the fish tank is 120 inches, which is 10 feet. The width of it is 25.5 inches, and the height of it is 24.5 inches. And rounding or estimated a little more than 750 pounds. And of course, I have a custom-made steel stand along with the setup itself. And once again, I would not advise any beginner to start off with a tank this large and this big. You definitely need to have knowledge, a working knowledge of how to maintain, to keep different species of fish, and all the things that comes with owning and taking care of a large tank, as we see right here before you. So getting right into it. Once again, this tank was customized. If you can, I'm honing in on the tank itself as far as the inches or the thickness of the glass. I made the tank where it is, the glass of the tank is thicker than a normal tank would be, just because I wanted to be a heavy duty type of glass that was made on a tank that you would find in actual exhibits. I figured if I was going to invest in a tank this size, that I didn't want any cracks or leaks or the potential for it. So I've actually customized it to have a heavier and thicker glass as far as the tank is considered. As you can see, it's South American cichlids. I'm a big fan of South American cichlids, and that also came over time. I've kept every fish known to man, from the smallest to the biggest to the oddest to the weirdest fish. I've always kept some type of different species. But as you can see, and for the people that know their species of fish, this is I pretty much have all different types of severum, from the gold severum to the orange shoulder severum to the red severum, and I have one chocolate cichlid, as you can see, out of all of these cichlids. And also I have a school of red hook silver dollars. Nice big red hook silver dollars. And what I wanted to get into, basically before you start a setup like this, I know for me, as being an advanced fish hobbyist, this didn't happen overnight. I've had the fish tank now for about, I would say roughly 8 months. And it took a lot of time and planning out to do a fish tank this large, from every detail, so it can be the most cost-effective, affordable, and setup that I've had. And definitely it's my show tank. I've had other tanks before, but this is it pretty much for me. This is going to satisfy me for years and years to come. I enjoy it. It's a big, nice, relaxing piece when I do look at it, and have a joy in putting it together, and the time that it actually put together. I had to have patience to put this large setup together. As you can see, I'm honing in on the filtration system that I do have, which are Philstar XP XLs, which are the largest filters that you can buy from Philstar. And the containers that they are in are just tough boxes that was $10 each, just in case there's any spills. So of course, I took my time and thought of every detail in this tank. Of course, you know, LED lighting, which goes across the whole tank itself. And if you want to get into decorations, of course, big pieces of driftwood, that you see there that I've accumulated over the years or through other friends that was hobbyists. Different plants, that's your choice. I use pool filtered sand because it was the cheapest at the most pounds I can have. The best definitely to cover this large 10-foot space or length of aquarium. So that was other things that I know I definitely need to consider in having a tank this big. And I would advise to every beginner to basically gain the knowledge of fish tank keeping 101 before you go into any tank this large. I would start off with a 55 and just work my way up. I had to basically fail my way to success in with a tank this big. I've had all type of tanks, like I say, across for many years, but I had to do the knowledge. And the one way that I got into my passion for this hobby was through my mother. At 10 or 11 years old, she got me into the actual hobby by bringing goldfish home in simple bowls or buying little small fish tanks for me to keep fish in, and they would die all the time. And at the time we lived in a not so good bad neighborhood, which for a young man like me, there was a lot to get into. So she kept me occupied and told me, well, basically, if you're that determined to keep the fish alive, because they kept on dying, you would go to the library. The internet wasn't big back then, so go to the library, check out as many books as you can, and read upon fish tank, the hobby. I mean, everything that goes along with this hobby. And I did that. And I did it to the point where I started getting good at it. Just like anything else, practice makes perfect. And over the years, I just got good at this hobby. So I just wanted to tell everyone that's keeping this hobby or in the hobby and want to keep doing the hobby that it's always something you can learn. I have many friends that's in the hobby. Every one of us do things different, but we all have a systematic way of keeping our fish alive and maintaining our tanks. That's the key. Consistency is the key in fish tank keeping and the hobby. And once again, good luck to you. I'm open-minded to any suggestions or any comments, good or bad. And once again, just make the comments as you see below on what I've shown you at this big fish tank. And peace out and much blessings to you. All right, bye.